From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good morning. We have a live look here at Beaver Stadium from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm Hannah Ruisi with your weather today. Right now in State College, it is 43 degrees, those mid-40s, but it feels like 40. The wind is coming from the southwest at 5 miles per hour. We will see later that that's going to amp up. Right now, our temperature is looking relatively similar. Over in Clearfield, temperatures around 38, Johnstown around 39, just the upper 30s, lower 40s. As we look southeast over here in Harrisburg, we have temperatures a little bit warmer, around 49, and as we zoom out across the state, temperatures around 50 in Philadelphia as well, 47 a bit milder in Erie, but mostly 40s, upper 30s to 40s across the Commonwealth. As we look at our radar, not much is going on in terms of rain right now. You may be wondering when we could see it next. As we zoom out, we see our next system that's coming up, and it will eventually reach us. Looking at our weather alerts right now, we have a fire weather warning in effect for portions of the state. So anywhere from Harrisburg, pretty much southeast, Philadelphia, you can look over into New Jersey, into New England, even down south to the mid-Atlantic. You can see conditions that are favorable for fires, including low precipitation levels and windy conditions. Those are really favorable for fires. And remember, the majority of fires are created by humans. So make sure that you do your part to not set up any campfires or any fires of any kind outdoors throughout the next few days. And even up here into State College, we are currently under a fire weather watch. It isn't really showing on the graphics, but still keep that in mind. As we look at our future weather forecast for gusts here, we have right now in State College around 4 miles per hour, but you can look in Bradford, it's already up to 31 miles per hour. That is a gale, and that is something that can be really difficult to walk in. And as we go throughout the morning, we can see this this wind shifts and moves down south, kind of enveloping the Commonwealth in some really high wind levels. As we look at 2:30, State College at 28 miles per hour and gusts, Johnstown 32 miles per hour. As we look at the rest of the state, even Philadelphia, 23 miles per hour gusts. Those are going to be some really breezy conditions, especially favorable for fires in the area. And as we look into when that could be dissipating, if you're in the western part of the state, overnight is when you'll get your break. Winds are going to shift from the west to the north, and eventually we can see those winds kind of clearing out as you head into Saturday afternoon. Calm winds in Williamsport by 7:30, 7 miles per hour in Philadelphia. State College, pretty clear conditions, and over in western PA you'll have winds ramp up a little bit again, but not nearly as severe as they were earlier. As we look at our drought tracker as of November 7th, we have conditions abnormally dry over here in State College. If you move over to the southwest or look to the southeast, you can see worse drought conditions. We have moderate drought over here in New Jersey, and we have severe/exceptional drought over in West Virginia and into Ohio over there. So be on the lookout for those dry conditions. You may be wondering, when will we get our next precipitation? And that forecast is here for you right now. As we look here, Saturday, not much of a chance, but on Sunday is going to be our biggest break with rain chances looking at 90%. As we head into Monday, maybe a chance of showers, but our next biggest chance isn't until later in the week. We can see this week ahead, looking at the system moving in from the Midwest and Great Plains region. Sunday morning, we can see it slowly entering PA. By the time we reach Sunday afternoon, we can see those conditions, showers starting up in State College, the western half of the state, getting a good mix of rain, which is really awesome and well needed for the area. And then as we move into the rest of the day into Monday, that'll clear out of the state overnight. If you're in Philadelphia or southwards into eastwards into New Jersey or southwards into the Delmarva Peninsula, you can still see a little bit of rain, but just pack an umbrella if you're well east of the Commonwealth. And looking into the climatological forecast, if we're looking at temperatures, if you're over in the western portion of the U.S., around Nevada, California, you can see some below average temperatures. But if you are in the Midwest or anywhere pretty much east of the Continental Divide, essentially. You will be facing some above average temperatures for the next 6 to 10 days. Looking at precipitation as well, we can see anywhere pretty much north and west of St. Louis, Chicago. We can see some above average conditions for precipitation and amounts of it, whereas if you're looking over here desperate for a break in the southeast and eastern portions of the United States, we're having below average conditions once again for precipitation. Relatively average in this band, so going up into the northeast you may be able to catch a break, but as for those drier conditions in the southeast, they're going to persist. Now, shifting gears a little bit, tracking the tropics, we have Hurricane Rafael. It's sitting here in the Gulf of Mexico. Yesterday it moved up, kind of brushing over the Florida Keys, going through Cuba earlier as well. Right now we're sitting at a Category 3 with winds around 120 miles per hour in the center, and the center pressure is pretty low at 956 millibars. Now, if we look at the forecast for this is really interesting. As it moves west into the Gulf of Mexico, it seems like it's going to de-intensify in terms of wind. We have it down to a Category 1 on Saturday by 1 p.m. You may be wondering why this forecast is really only out to Saturday at 1 p.m. and that is because there's model disagreement on where exactly the storm may track. A few hurricane models are projecting that the storm is going to move south towards Mexico, but if you look at the GFS, those types of models are predicting that it'll go up towards the U.S. So with that uncertainty here, we can only predict that it's just going to move further into the Gulf of Mexico for now. Now, looking at today's forecast here in State College, we have those sunny and gusty conditions with a high of 63. It's really beautiful out, so get outside if you can. If we look towards tonight, we have clear conditions with a low of 39. Those winds are going to persist from the northwest to 10 to 15 miles per hour. And looking at the whiteout forecast for tomorrow, at our tailgates in the afternoon, we have pristine conditions with temperatures in the mid-50s. As we head towards our 8 p.m. kickoff, we can see clouds increasing, but the temperature slowly decreasing, upper 40s around here. And by the time you get overnight to the fourth quarter, we can see overcast conditions, those clouds moving in from that rain that we're going to get tomorrow, with temperatures decreasing to around the 40s. So make sure you bring a jacket with you to the game if you're going anywhere outdoors for tomorrow. Make sure you bring just a light jacket with you to make sure you stay warm. And looking at the weekday forecast in general, we can see that PM rain on Sunday for State College overnight, mild temperatures around 45, and then the beginning of the week can be relatively consistent, just mid-60s kind of moving down to 50 for the high, but mostly sunny conditions for the most part. We can see a sub-freezing night between Tuesday and Wednesday, so make sure to bring a warm jacket, maybe a hat on your commute out. And then our next potential for showers could be on Thursday with highs around 49. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Hannah Ruisi. Have an awesome weekend.